Hi, welcome to episode 57, I think, of the Stress Knits podcast. I am Stacy, also known as Stacy Elston on Instagram and Stress Knits on Ravelry. I am a part-time hand dyer. My company is Stress Knits Yarn. I'm trying to figure out a better way to intro because, I don't know, I always just feel like it's a hot mess, but that's just how it is. So today is November 16th, 2017. Lighting is better today, which is nice. I still have to have this light over here on because it's still pretty dark. Late fall, early winter in Michigan is really dark. That's where I'm from. I'm from Michigan, right outside of Detroit, and yeah, that's kind of my shtick. I live here in this apartment with my pug puppy Esther, who is down here eating a bone, and my husband Doug. So yeah, that's me. I'm in the Christmas spirit. We haven't put up the Christmas tree yet, which is kind of sad for me. I wanted to put it up the day after Halloween, but Doug said no. So maybe this weekend. But it's just gonna go like right here, and I'm really excited about it because it'll be in the background of podcasting. I'm wearing my Toxic Masculinity Ruins the Party Again t-shirt for My Favorite Murder because that's my jam. What do I want to say at the beginning? I don't really know. Yeah, so I'm drinking my iced coffee with my chestnut praline because it's Christmassy and delicious. And my favorite candle in the entire world, I'm gonna try not to, it's lit, so, but it's the Snuggly Sweater candle. You can get it at Target. It's a Chesapeake Bay candle, so you know it's super fancy. But I got it at Target for like 10 bucks, and it burns for a really long time. I love it. And it smells like Lush Twilight. If you're into Lush, which I really am, it's kind of a problem. But you know, like the Twilight Bath Bomb and Shower Gel and the Sleepy Body Lotion all have the same scent. And that's what that smells like, and that's why I love it, because it's very lavender and tonka-y, so it's like a sweet lavender. Love it. Okay, so today, I got some knitting. I have a finished object. And some whips. I'm going to talk to you about holiday socks, Christmas wish list, and some dream knitting and dream stashing. I'm going to talk to you about my notions pouch because people have been asking about that. And I have some gifts, stash enhancement-y stuff. You know, I'm actually going to do the gifts and stash enhancement at the beginning. So, my lovely friend Mina sent me a package, which she did not need to do, but she did this a while ago and I just haven't shown it because, I don't know, I don't know. I always feel weird about showing gifts on the podcast. I don't know why, but I do. But it's just, it was sitting on my kitchen table because I'm horrendous at like unpacking, putting stuff away. Like, I'm the worst at it. So it's just been sitting on my kitchen table where I've been staring at it. It's gorgeous. Oh man. To give you an idea, my kitchen table, or like my dining room table, Doug made it. So it's this gorgeous like wood with like metal poles. You can't tell by this apartment, but we're very like industrial cozy. That's kind of our style. Yeah. So on our table it has, oh, I forgot to grab, it's fine, I'll talk about it later when it's actually something, but like pieces for my quilt that I'm attempting to do, but I need help horribly with threading the sewing machine because it's making horrendous sounds, so I might have Doug do that for me tonight. After that, I have cupcakes that Doug and I baked the other day, a wine rack, a mug tree, my self-healing cutting, thing for the quilt, and then an entire drying rack of yarn, because my office studio, not really studio, but like my office, like where I do all of my like administrative stuff and have my stash and all of my materials, is really cold, so it won't dry. This is the only room that's really warm. So I've been drip drying in there, and once it's just damp, I bring it out here and put it on top of the table so Esther can't get to it, and let it air dry, and it usually takes like 6 hours after I do that to dry, so it's really nice. Yeah, so like that's the kind of person I am. I don't really care about it being super neat and tidy all the time. But yeah, it's what works for me. So anyway, that being said, this has been on my table for a really long time, and Mina knew that I wasn't able to get any Hue Loco, so she sent me a scan of Hue Loco along with some beautiful minis from like Julia Sweet Sparrow and Kelsey of Primrose, and just gorgeous minis that I can't wait to put into my crochet blanket. But she sent me the scan of Hue Loco in the Phyllis sock, which is an 80/20, which is my favorite sock base, and the Lucky Charm colorway, which I've been staring at for so long, and I think these will be my March socks next year, because how can I not? But I love them so much, so thank you so much, Mina. Oh, I love it. And then I got this weird message from oh goodness, I'm blanking on her name, but the woman who runs Peepaloo Fields, which is an amazing yarn shop on Etsy. Her colorways are amazing. And she messaged me telling me I had a gift card that somebody sent anonymously, and I had X amount of money to spend. So I cried, and then I spent it. So I got 3 skeins of yarn in a project bag. So the separate, like the individual skeins I got, so this is Peepaloo Fields. So whoever you are, thank you. I have no words for how amazing that was, and just I don't know, it's just my heart. Okay. I'm really not eloquent at saying thank you when I'm just like overwhelmed by emotion of how sweet people can be. But thank you. So, I hope you know how much this means to me, because it really does. So yeah, this is Peepaloo Fields. And this is the Brunch colorway. It's an 80/20. And it's just so cute. So it's just like these little, I think it's gonna make the most amazing pair of socks. So there's that. And then I love me a good golden yellow. So this is the Maze colorway on the same base. And I love it. I also love her yarn, the way that she tells you what base it is, because it's like the yarn facts, like nutrition facts. And so there's other superwash merino, nylon, stellina, cashmere, merino, and then she has the weight of the yarn, and she'll fill in the percentages, which is just so smart. Yeah, so there's that. And then there was a kit on her site that I've loved for a really long time, and I've actually had in my cart a few times. Oh, Aunt Lisa just sent me a message. Hi, Aunt Lisa. And okay, so the yarn is called Balloon, and it's just this gorgeous pink and blue, and I love it. But the real draw for that was this bag. I love it so much. This is by Ginger Root Bags. They're on Etsy. It's pink zipper, and then the interior fabric is my favorite color. So I just thank you so much to whoever you are. It means a lot to me, so thank you. It's actually housing one of my whips. So yeah, that just It means so much. Okay, so with that, I have a finished object. I'm so excited about this. So, I knit a scarf. Look at the tassels. Oh, it's the coolest thing ever. So, I'm gonna put it on. It doesn't lie like I would like it to, but it's so cozy. So this is the Entwine, I think, scarf by Shannon Cook. No, Jean Richmond. It's from this book Within, which I got for my birthday last year, and this is the Entwine scarf. I need to go to the pattern page to find out the designer. Okay. Jean Richmond. So it calls for a super bulky yarn, and I used We Are Knitters the wool in the light salmon colorway, and it's just this beautiful blush. So yeah, so I used just over 2 skeins for the body, and then a decent amount of the 3rd skein for the tassels at the end. And this scarf is literally something you would buy at like H&M or like even Target. So I just love that I made it because it's my color and it's cozy and it's actual wool and not some like acrylic blend that says it'll keep you warm but really doesn't. So I've already worn this out and it's super cozy. The other thing I did with this is I blocked it, even though in the pattern it said not to, just because I wanted to, you know? I still think I'm going to spray block it to get it to lay flat, because mine does not lay flat. So yeah, so highly recommend this scarf. It's super easy. I love it. Yes. So there's that. And then speaking of Within collection, everything is falling down. It's gonna be a short episode because I have not really worked on much this week. The main thing I've worked on is my Timber cardigan by Shannon Cook. I know this is by Shannon Cook, I promise. I'm almost done. So let me show this to you. And it is living. This up here. That's bothering me. Okay, I'm just gonna lay it down right here. Still getting this podcasting on the couch thing down because I can't podcast to my office with Esther yet, so you know. Yes, so this is living in my field bag with all of my feministy pins. I love it. Just look at her. Just look at Elizabeth Zimmerman. I love this bag so much. Yeah, so I'm on my 7 out of 7 cakes of, or balls, skeins of, this is Brooklyn Tweed Shelter, which is the worsted weight, in Postcard, which is my favorite colorway of Brooklyn Tweed. I feel like a lot of people feel that way because it's just this beautiful gray pink, and it has flecks of like an oatmeal and a red, like Tweedy flecks, and it's so pretty. I love gray pinks. They're my favorite. Not really my favorite, but they're one of my favorites. And last time you saw this, I mean, I had already knit the sleeves and everything, and I was where that narwhal stitch marker is, and that narwhal stitch marker is by Sugar Tots on Etsy, and I'm on the ribbing. And I've done a significant amount of the ribbing. I have my Super Miniature Needles Up cookie to just really show me how much more of the ribbing I'm knitting. I think I'm gonna do about 1 more inch, so that's about like 8 more rows for me. maybe 6 more rows of the 1x1 twisted rib. And then I'm gonna do a tubular bind off for the first time. I've been watching a lot of tutorials about it, and it's totally doable. So yeah, it is a cardigan. It's there, and I love it so much. I inserted pockets for the first time, so that is gonna be the last thing that I do, is knit the pockets. Because I figured, since the part that I have to knit is going to be on the inside, I can knit it out of whatever yarn that I have, and I don't have to knit it out of this if I run out. But I also, one of the places that I work for my job is in Ann Arbor, and it's near the best yarn store to me in Lower East Michigan. I guess it's not really Eastern Michigan, it's kind of in the middle of Michigan, but it's Spun Ann Arbor, and it is in Carytown, and Carytown in Ann Arbor is just the cutest little area. So I've been thinking that if I need an extra skein of postcard, I can just go there because they have Brooklyn Tweed. Yeah, Doug took me there for my birthday last year, and that's actually where I got this book. So, yeah, so I always have that as an option as well. So, yeah, it's just, I love it so much. I can't wait to wear this. This is gonna be my Vogue Knitting Live sweater. I'm getting my plane tickets this week, and I'm really excited about it. I'm so excited about it. So there is that, and then I've really been working on one other thing, and those are my Christmas Clark socks. The Clark socks are designed by my beautiful and talented friend Jacqueline Salem, and I was knitting these 2 at a time, but it was time for the heel flap, and I'm not going to do a heel flap 2 at a time. So I completed the first heel flap and turn. So this is ready to be connected. I actually might keep these separate. I don't know yet. It's just one of those things. But here's the pattern. Take my cable needle out. It's just this beautiful braided cable. I've knit these before, but I love the pattern so much, and I wanted a Christmas pair. And this is out of Stress Knits yarn in the Encouragement colorway, and this color is very color accurate. Encouragement was not intended to be a Christmas colorway, but the more I looked at it and the more I knit with it, somebody's alarm's going off in the next apartment. The more that I knit with it, the more it just screamed Christmas to me, but like not, I don't know, to me these are very Christmassy colorways because it's just this beautiful mint with different shades of green and pink, and that to me is just Christmas. I don't know. No, but I really, really love it. And then the other sock, I will probably do this today and just knit the heel flap. So those should be done pretty soon, which is really exciting. If you want to see the colorway in a ball cake thing, I just love this colorway so much. And this is on my squishy base, which is my merino nylon cashmere. I just love it so much. It's living in my balloon bag because I love it. And that's really all I've been working on. So I'm going to talk about, I don't know why I announced, like I'm going to talk about this. So in the Ravelry group for Stress Knits, I am hosting a Thank You for 50 giveaway, and I will be drawing for that whatever the Thursday after December 1st is, or maybe December 1st is a Thursday, I don't know. But I will be drawing for it then. And essentially it's just me thanking you guys for watching me for 50 episodes, no matter how long that you, if you started watching me like this episode, thank you for hanging out with me and checking me out, and if you've been with me for a long time, thank you. Like, it's just, I don't have the words. Again, I'm not eloquent with this kind of stuff, so I just wanted to put together some of my favorite things as a giveaway. So one of the things will be a skein of Stress Knits yarn on the favorite sock base colorway of your choice, and then my favorite like simple project bag, which is a bento bag from Fringe Supply Company. It came in. I love it. I was gonna show you. This is what it looks like when you're using it. I have a hat in here right now, but I love it, and it's the perfect thing to just throw in a tote bag or your purse if it's big enough. It's just such a great bag. So yeah, so I got that in the gray linen, which I love, and then a little macaroon charm, and that's gonna be the giveaway. So I'm really excited about it. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are excited about it too, and if you haven't, make sure you are a member of the group, and I think the prompt is just let me know what you'd like to see more of, or just like any kind of constructive criticism, you know. Yeah, so there's that. And then since I am on my Christmas sock kick, I thought I would show you all of my Christmas socks. I'm going to readjust. Okay, so I was going to show you all my Christmas socks. Yeah, they just make me so happy, and I thought I would share them with you. So I showed these last week because I finished them last week. They are my Gingerbread House socks by Jinx Yarn. I love them. Either today, actually it will probably be today, I'm going to go get my holiday box for my box of socks, and I'm really excited about it because I'm following in Amy of Stranded Dye Works and the Stranded podcast. She is doing 25 pairs of Christmas socks, and I think that is the best idea. So I think the first Christmas socks I ever knit were actually these, which is Deck the Halls by Vine. And it's so pretty. I love them. So there are those. And then I have my Gnome Acres. And the funny part about this is not a Christmas colorway. This is called Garden Gnome, but I couldn't get Christmas out of my head. And these are the Pebble socks by Mina Phillip, which I love. And I want to knit another pair now that I'm seeing them again. So yeah, there are those. And then last year I knit both of these. So these are my Fawn and the Fox Christmas tree, which I love. I'm getting ahead of myself, but her mistletoe and sugar cookie colorway for this box. Yeah, so I knit these while I was super stressed out about my wedding last year. They just brought me so much joy. I actually think these were the first pair of socks I knit with my signature needles. I love them. There are those. And then, last but not least, my Legacy Fiber Art socks in the Your Daddy's on the Naughty List. I love them so much. So these are all my holiday socks, Christmas socks. Oh, I love them so much. They just bring me so much joy. So there are those, and my encouragement Clark socks will be joining these soon. And then, so in my thank you for 50 giveaway, I've asked like what people want to see on the podcast, and one of the things people want to see is my Notions bag. So this is it. I never had a Notions bag until I went to Wool and Honey, which is where this is from. Wool and Honey is in northern Michigan. It's So this is Michigan. It's like up here. When Doug and I went to Traverse City. Sorry, I don't know why I inhaled like a piece of fuzz or something. Hi, Esther. Anyway, sorry about that. But we went to Wool and Honey, which is my dream yarn store. They had every color and every base of Brooklyn Tweed and of Quince & Company. And if you know me, those are my ride or die yarns. I could get everything from them. So this is Wool and Honey. And when I saw this, I had to get it. Yeah, I don't know. So I started using this as my notions pouch, and it's perfect. So in my notions pouch, I have a set of sock needles. These are my Licka needles. The sock needles change depending on what I'm using at the time, but I always have a pair of sock needles on me just in case I buy a skein of yarn and I want to cast on immediately. I don't know, but I have those. I have cable needles. I have a pen, my tape measurer, and my tin of stitch markers and progress keepers. So I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show you this, but it has a magnet up here. So I have like my darning needles. I have, you know, my progress keepers, locking stitch markers, and also these little circular stitch markers, and my hexagon stitch markers and triangles, and these little snips, and yeah, darning needles. Oh, and a key for interchangeable needles in case I need to tighten them. And yeah, that's essentially what I keep in my notions bag. It's not really exciting, but those are my favorite tools, and I don't know, I really love it. I also usually have a pair of scissors, but I was scanning yarn for the update and the fade kits, so my pair of scissors is over there. Esther, hey. What are you doing? So, Esther just pulled a skein of yarn off the couch. She didn't tangle it or anything, but she's a sassy little thing right now. Okay, so let's talk about dream knitting and dream stash. So, she's gonna be a butt. You were doing so well for the past almost 30 minutes. Let me get her reindeer and her mammoth. Can you not be a jerk today? Don't mind the hole in my leggings. Yeah, go play with that. Anyway, so Esther, you're big. You can jump. You jump up here all the time. Okay, so this is Esther. If you haven't seen her before, my little pug puppy. She's crazy. Yeah. Also, if you were the person that told me since she's teething and she's about to lose teeth like any day now, to put a wet washcloth in the freezer, thank you. She loves it, and it makes her feel so much better. Poor little thing. Yes, so dream knitting and dream stash. I'm gonna talk about dream knitting first. So I have been really wanting to knit color work. I've never really done a lot of it. I've done a hat and the Pixel Rye socks, and that's about it. So I don't know. I've been really trying to brainstorm colorways for the Sunset Highway. I think I want to do it out of my yarn so that if I ever trunk show I can use it as a sample. And yeah, I'm staring at my yarn over here because it makes me so happy. So like I'm thinking about like birch as the main color with etching as like the super contrasty color in the yoke, and then probably like bell jar in my jam because I have to use the same colors and everything because that's what I like. So yep, so there's the Sunset Highway. I'm also really in love with the Birkin sweater. The beautiful yoke with all of the flowers and the, and all of the, it's just this beautiful like flora motif and I love it. And I've been craving some Quince & Company and I found my shade card, and so I've been playing around with it, and I think I'm gonna throw these colorways out there and you can go look at the website if you're curious, but I'll describe them as well. So for the main color, I was thinking Owen. I don't know what that was. Her cough scares me sometimes. But she's fine. She went to the vet. She's good. Yeah, so Owen, which is their like Heather's collection, it's their undyed. And then there is, I think it's Coleman's Goal. I don't know how to say these words. I say them in my head. I can't say them out loud. Which is a darker heathered gray. And then for the yoke, I was thinking of Petal, which is the super pale pink. Clay, which is a more like terracotta color. And then Honey, which is this beautiful mustard green yellow color, and I love it. I've already knit a sweater in Honey and I want like 7 more. So I think that's gonna be my Birkin. It's definitely on the docket for next year, but it's not anytime soon. So there is that, and then I'm hosting the, you have another week for Socktacular if you want to get some stuff in there. You have a few more days. Because I completely forgot about that. I was going to draw winners. So on December 1st, I am going to host a sweater knit along. It is called the Cozy Sweater Cal. And essentially all you have to do is start a sweater on or after December 1st, and I think we're ending it at the end of February, and knit a sweater with positive ease. And for that I'm going to be knitting the Ronin cardigan by Andrea Mowry for Brooklyn Tweed. I'm going to be knitting that in Brooklyn Tweed in the Snowbound colorway, which is this beautiful light gray color. So there's that. And then the Veronica, obviously something I really want to knit by Shannon Cook. I've talked about it so many times. What else was there that I really wanted to knit? I've thought about a Damyaka Lopa. I've thought about some Selbu mittens because everybody's knitting them and they're just gorgeous and I don't have mittens. So thought about that. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And then, so yarn wish list. Obviously the Quince & Company for the Birkin, and the Brooklyn Tweed shelter for my Ronin. And I think I'm gonna be buying my Brooklyn Tweed in increments, which is kind of not fun, but I also don't want to drop like $130 on a sweater right now. It just doesn't seem plausible when it's going to take me like 2 months to knit because it's huge and there's a lot of positive ease. So I think I'm going to be buying it in a few skein increments just to make it more manageable. So see how that goes. And then I'm also going to be knitting Doug a sweater in 2018, and I'm going to be knitting him the Slade, I think it's a Michelle Wong pattern, for Brooklyn Tweed, and I'm going to do the exact same yarn, Brooklyn Tweed and cast iron. He really loves it, and I know he'll wear it. So, and we are far past the boyfriend sweater, like urban legend, that's not an urban legend, the boyfriend sweater curse is what I think I was going to say, where if you're dating somebody and you knit them a sweater, you break up. We're past that, we're married, we're happy, we're good. So, yeah, because he's my husband, he's no longer my boyfriend. So, oh, we've almost been married a year. But, yeah, so, and cast iron in Brooklyn Tweed Shelter, and I will probably do the same thing where I buy it in batches. And it helps that Doug is a super tiny human being, so I can knit the smallest man size. It's nice. So nice having a tiny husband. I love it so much. And then yarn wish list besides like sweater quantities. So I already mentioned the Fawn and the Fox and Sugar Cookie and Mistletoe. Love them so much. I'm in a very like Christmas yarn kick. And I did put these out there for Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted, but yeah, it's just one of those things where everything that I really like is stuff that's like really popular. So I don't expect these like at all. I was just putting it out there just in case, and I'll put them out here too. So like this is like wish list / Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted wish list. She's gonna attack her. This is I had to get her a little root off and she's already like torn through it. Right, Esther? Yeah, so this is like a verbal Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted. So yeah, so on there I listed London House yarn in Yule Ball, which is such a pipe dream, but maybe I'll get it next year. So there's that. What else did I really want? Stranded Dye Works and Vintage Christmas, because it's gorgeous. Anything by Tuscan Knits, really. Especially any like pink colorways. And then I also had Felici in Teacup up there, but I found it on a D-stash like a week ago, and I messaged the person, and she got back to me the other day, and I bought it. So it should be here any day now, and I'm so excited because I have been lusting after this colorway for so long. It's the most gorgeous Felici I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, so I'm really excited that that's coming. I probably overpaid for it, but I've really wanted it for a long time. So like that's coming. And then I also put a call out there. If you have any extra skeins of Brooklyn Tweed, Shelter, and Cast Iron or Snowbound that you're never going to use, or, you know, I would not turn those down because sweater quantities are expensive and that's all I want to knit right now. Yeah. It's just one of those things. I feel like there's other yarn on my wish list, but I don't know. Like hedgehog fibers and pine, and Volan vine, everything really. Yeah, so it's just, she's so weird. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna throw that out there in case people didn't see that post and I feel really weird about it, but I don't know, I feel like Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted is just so much fun, and I've granted a few, and I'm really excited. I'm actually dyeing those up after this. Yeah, I wish I could give all of you yarn who have asked, but you know, it's a business and it's hard, but I got to grant a few wishes, so I'm really, really excited about it. And yeah, you should definitely check out that hashtag if you haven't. it's such a cool thing that knitters do. And yeah, and if you have like outlandish wishes like I do, I would definitely just throw it out there, because I've seen people who have like asked for fringe field bags and have gotten them. Like, and again, it's not like I want everything. It's not like that. It's for sure one of those things that like you help other people who would like stuff and people help you back. And it's just this, it's a very knitting community thing. Yeah, I just think it's a really beautiful way to give back to each other. So, what Esther's doing in her crate, whatever. Yeah, so there's that. That's just my little get your yarn wishes granted PSA. And again, don't expect anything if you post. I have seen some people get a little angry that their wishes aren't being granted. You guys, it's, nope. I'm gonna get a little preachy right now. Nobody owes you anything, ever. Even if you have granted like 50 wishes, you granted 50 wishes, and you should feel good about that, and you should be happy that you're making other people happy. People don't owe you anything. So if you post something and nobody responds, don't be discouraged, don't be offended. You know, it's just one of those things where like for example, the stuff that I wished for is super popular. And if I saw those wishes, I don't know if I'd give it up. Especially because 2 of the yarns are UK based, and I have never gotten any of London House yarns or Stranded before. It's stuff that I really want to try out. And those are like the 2 specific colorways that I've been really eyeing and have been really trying to get during updates, but have gotten cart jacked and like all that kind of stuff. So it's like, I don't know. But at the same time, if somebody was like, if I had this in my stash and somebody said like Volan Vine Outlander, I would probably gift that to them because I've knit with it twice. You know, like it's just, it really depends on who sees it and what people are willing to give up from their stash. And it's, again, like nobody owes you anything. It's just a really nice thing to do. And it's a really, yeah, it's just wonderful. You know, so again, it's supposed to be a fun thing, and yeah, it's just how I feel. It's fine. It's all good. With that, I thought this was gonna be short. It's not. I'm a little ranty today. Anyway, I'm going to move on to shop update. So I'm having a shop update this weekend. It might be tomorrow, Friday the 17th. If it is tomorrow, it's going to be earlier in the day. No, actually. Everything should be dry by tonight by the time Doug gets home. So I only have about 10 more skeins that need to dry, and they're really close to being dry. And I'll get home. Yeah, okay. So tomorrow, the 17th of November at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be having my shop update in my Etsy store. Just stressedits.etsy.com. Yeah, I'm glad Esther didn't really get this. Anyway, so yes, I'll be having some fun colorways. So this is Call Your Dad, You're in a Cult. Or is it You're in a Cult, Call Your Dad? It's one of those. I don't know. I don't know the name. I do know the name, but I just can't think of it. So I figured out that I was using the wrong purple in this colorway. And so there is a batch, this one skein, and this is the same batch that I gave, there's a leaf from when I dried it outside. The same batch I gave Mina and the grocery girls. So it's a little pinker, but I still really like it, and it's still the same idea. The speckles are just, in this colorway, are amazing. But yeah, so this is my squishy base, and I will also have it on my sparkle base. That's a horrible reskin, but whatever. Yeah, but this is what it's supposed to look like. And it's just because I was using the wrong purple. The speckles are just beautiful on this. So you're gonna call your dad. Some other returning favorites. Esther, hey, go get it. Sorry for dog distractions all the time. So other returning favorites are I Smell Snow, and this is such a hard colorway to show. Hi. What are you doing? Hi. Are you just gonna be cute? Are you just gonna be cute? No, you're gonna bite me. You don't get to bite me. That's Esther. Hi, babe. I love her so much. Okay. So, Esther, go play. There's a leaf. Yes, so I Smell Snow is a super hard colorway to get across because it's a very, very pale pink with a little bit of pale blue and then gray speckles. But this was from my Gilmore Girls Club last year, and it's probably my most popular colorway. That's actually pretty nice. And it's just a beautiful winter colorway. So there is that. And then there's going to be a lot of encouragement. Oh, my smooth sock base is also in this update, and there's a lot of it. So this is encouragement, and I really love how this came out. Like, look. I love it so much. So there will be a lot of encouragement. And then I came up with, I tried to do a Nightmare Before Christmas inspired colorway, but then all of the colors bled. And so I got this. Which I don't know. I like it, but it's not really my cup of tea, so it's just an impulsive skein. It's one of a kind. Yeah, it's this beautiful purple with a bunch of speckles. It's gonna end up really pretty. There's that, and then I came up with a new Christmas colorway that I've not named yet. I've thrown around a few names, like It's Lit, because it reminds me of a Christmas tree. Also Grinchy, which I actually think is going to be the name. Yeah, and again, it's just this beautiful green, which I don't do a lot of greens. And then there's all of these beautiful speckles in it. So it's like this beautiful Christmassy colorway. But yeah, it's not like overly Christmas. Yeah, I really love it. I can't get over this little section. I love it so much. Yeah, so tomorrow, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shop update. Yeah. I'm also going to talk to you about my Black Friday plan. So, Black Friday through Cyber Monday, I will be having pre-orders for Grinchy, Encouragement, and I Smell Snow. And yeah, and they will be 10% off. And that's gonna be my Black Friday, just because I don't have a huge stock of undyed yarn right now, and they will, and that's why I'm having the pre-orders for a really short amount of time, so I can still get these out before, hopefully, before the Christmas cutoff date for the post office. The only one that might be pushing it is the international shipping date. I will for sure get them out before the US shipping date, but it really just depends on when my yarn supply comes in. But that is what I'm doing. Actually, I might include Fern in there too, because it's this beautiful rich green. Yes. So all 4 of those will be up for pre-order because they're like my Christmas winter colorways. And yeah, so those will be 10% off, as well as anything that's left in the shop. I don't know, I just got so distracted by her. Yes. So hopefully it goes well. And those will be in limited quantities. Just because, just how it has to be. Yeah, because this is how I pay bills. You know, it's just being honest with you guys. Like, I always feel like it's super awkward to talk about it, but the more that I think about it, like, all of us yarn dyers and people, like, it takes a lot of time to do this kind of stuff, and it's how we pay our bills. And so your support means everything, because it means I get to pay my bills. So yeah, so I hope you guys can make it to the update. Oh, I love this. I might have to dye myself up a skein of this. Okay, so I'm just gonna, yeah, so that is really all of the news. I'm gonna watch podcasts while it uploads and continue scanning some yarn for the update. And my fade kits, oh, that's what I wanted to mention. So in the shop until the end of the day on Friday, tomorrow, you can still get a fade kit, and you can get the My Favorite Murder yarn club for December. And I'm actually going to start dyeing those this weekend, so that's why the cutoff date is Friday. So I think there's only 3 spots left, so if you want it, I would jump on it right away. And fade kits, there are 2 left. Yeah, and all of those are going out Monday. At least the 3 that were ordered. Yeah, so get your fade kits, get your My Favorite Murder yarn club. I also will be posting a December yarn of the month, because I think I'm gonna start that again. So yay, yarn clubs. Alright, so I think that's it, and I will talk to you next Thursday.